Hey, everybody, welcome to the Hoot Hobbs Show. I am your host, Hoot Hobbs. With me, as always, BT.
What's up?
C. Wayne.
What's up?
Let's get it. So we got a lot of sports to talk about, but I mean, we're a bunch of dudes that do doodly things like talk about sports. Let's just start things out by saying congratulations to smoking Joe Burrow.
Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty, man.
Joe Burr.
Joe Burrow. It's getting cold-blooded.
He saved us from Jackson.
He did, man. He saved us.
absolutely did.
We don't have to watch Jackson Mahomes twerk in the end zone
Thank God.
or on a memorial site for some reason.
Yeah, just rest in peace.
Yeah, for real, bro. But we don't have to see that, and it's
And
because
his wife.
of Joe Shiesty. Joe Burrow.
The legend of Joe continues.
Yeah, man.
Who is having a better month than that man? I mean, on the face of the
Baker
earth.
Mayfield.
On the face of the
Baker
earth.
Mayfield. Have
How?
you seen his wife?
I'm just chewing away from the mic.
Well, you should.
Sorry,
see
I was
his
having a
wife.
Cheeto, so I didn't want to like.
Whoa.
You know what?
A
Here.
cheesy hot chip.
Good save, brother.
ASMR. Got it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Jackson Mahomes won't be there. Golly, Patrick Mahomes.
Jackson.
What's the difference?
He was,
Yeah, we've been talking about.
at this point.
We've been talking about Santa's twerk shop down there with Jackson Mahomes. I think that Patrick Mahomes is an overrated quarterback.
Yes.
You have to understand, I'm not a Chiefs fan. So, I would probably, if I was a Chiefs fan, I'd probably be like, Patrick Mahomes, best thing happening.
See, I was right there in that boat with you up until the point that he brought his team to where he brought them to again. And now I have a little more faith because I watched the offense operate, and he pulled them out of some stuff there with their defense
Travis
couldn't stand in.
Kelce.
But he has
Tyreek
the talents, yes.
Hill. You know what I'm saying?
Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
Yeah,
Andy Reid,
Daniel Sorensen, a white secondary player. You don't see those.
those are.
Well, he does have the fastest player on the field. That is true. However,
the
it's like
world.
Dax with Elliott. They work in
No.
pair. They're a tandem. Without
Yeah.
one,
Do
without
not
the other, you
compare
can't.
them to-
yeah, to
can't-
say you bite your tongue. No,
It's
but you're
Pollard.
right. You're
I'm
right.
just saying it's a pair, a tandem that you got together that are operating like that. That's why it functions so well. So I give
Right.
credit to the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean-
However, I like all of the crap that comes associated with Patrick Mahomes. Absolutely.
What's
not.
up, fam? I'm just a typical sneakerhead. I'm like, just give the commercials to Aaron Rodgers and Chris Paul. My gosh. Like, why do we need Patrick Mahomes? I'm sorry. I'm just not a Chiefs fan. It really isn't even Patrick
You know,
Mahomes. I'm
as
just not
a-
a Chiefs fan.
As one, I think Patrick Mahomes was overrated. As one hater of the Chiefs, I'm not a fan, of course. I
Okay,
hate
yeah, I was wondering where he's going with that. I'm pretty sure he hated him.
with the burning passion. Like, if they were on fire, I wouldn't pee on them. I wouldn't pee on Patrick Mahomes if he was burning in hell. Because I wouldn't be down there. Because I don't like the Chiefs.
I feel like we're going. I feel like we're going down a weird road.
Are you going to have to
this
break into the uncle lecture about, come on, man, let some of that hate out your heart, though.
Yeah,
am
you
letting
gotta
it
hate
out.
your heart. Open it up. What?
There's my boy.
Toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say this, though. Since he has been working for me, the young man here, we have a lot of weird conversations. Like weird ones, dude. Like, the top that only uncles and nephews. What?
Oh, we back to this conversation again?
Catholic priest and altar boy kind of vibes.
Yeah, No, I'm just kidding. But I did find out that, you know what? We'll stick a pin in that, and we'll go back to it. Let's talk sports. Okay, so Joe Burrow kept us from having to see Jackson Mahomes twerk in the end zone, and hey, good for Matt Stafford, man.
Exactly, yeah.
I can't.
Big ups to him for being the game manager that he is.
Yeah, and hey, let's just be real and say, congratulations, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
You snatched passes that shouldn't have been able to be caught, but great job. That's why you're never be MVP.
No credit to Odell or Jalen, though. None. I hope they lose. I hope Odell breaks his ACL and he's done.
Oh
for the
my
rest of his career.
gosh, dude!
Did you see Odell Beckham out there consoling
Yes,
the
I
other
did.
players?
That's what I
That
was getting
pretty
ready to say.
classy.
I was like, "What a
Nah,
class
it's just
act!"
because the camera was on him. He didn't do that with the Browns.
Oh my!
Because
Who is he going to console when he's got to console Baker the whole
No.
time? I'm sorry. Like, look, here's the deal. I'm not a Baker fan. I'm not necessarily
Yeah.
against Baker
Yeah.
by any means. I don't have a dog in the fight, but this man will just like it could be. Give me some of like an all-time legend receiver.
Reggie Wayne.
We already did this. Jerry frigging
No,
Rice.
Yeah, okay, Jerry Rice, right? Okay, so check this
The
out.
greatest wide receiver of all
that's a
time,
lie.
statistically.
No.
Yeah, statistically
Randy Moss.
speaking. All right, whatever. Anyway, we're going with Jerry Rice.
Still not a
you
lot.
got you got Baker Mayfield throwing to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice cannot bring in any receptions
his
because
fault.
passes are just kind of
He's
out
too
of
slow.
reach.
He's
Yeah,
too slow.
He's too slow, man. Nothing that Baker Mayfield has ever done is
Ran the perfect
wrong.
route, softest hands in the league. Yeah, too slow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Randy Moss, he's just too fast. He's overrun. He's
Yeah, he
overrunning the route.
overran it. I mean, Baker
exactly right.
Baker's throwing to a spot, not to a man.
That's exactly what you do. That's why Baker's the best.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. You did it.
Yeah. Now, if Baker played baseball,
He'd be a pitcher.
yeah, and the best at it, like
100% Roger Clemens.
who didn't make the Hall of
Should
Fame?
have.
No, he
bro.
didn't.
Should have.
He didn't make the Hall, bro. I'm like, how do you do that to the Rocket, bro?
They didn't do it to Balco Berry either. He didn't make it either. I grew
Neither
up
did Barry
watching
Bonds.
them breaking those records as a kid, and even then, I knew it was kind of suspicious how giant these men were doing these crazy things, hitting that little ball so
Sure.
far. But I've also grown up with performance-enhancing drugs not being the same thing that it means to somebody who may be
Right.
30 years my elder.
Right. Like these guys, like, okay, Mark McGuire.
Yeah, put an asterisk next to all of those records and tell people what that era was. The end.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. But, I mean, Mark McGuire's not in the Hall anymore.
Nope.
They kicked him out of the Hall. And then Barry Bonds doesn't make it. Roger Clemens doesn't make it.
It's like
next?
arguably the
Mickey
best
Mantle?
hitter and pitchers of all time.
Yeah. And it's like, no, and that was always a thing. It was that, well, they were on performance enhancing. Nothing they did at the time was illegal at the time.
Their records should be taken away.
Yeah,
then.
but what about
case.
What about when you find out things after the fact, like the things we found out about Ty Cobb after he was in there, that he's just the most hateful kind of bigot that there exists.
Right,
he was
yeah.
actually lynching people.
Right.
And-
In his spare time, when he's not knocking dingers, bro.
Yeah, and here he is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And
Cooperstown. One of the first plaques.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been Cooperstown.
I don't feel like
Baseball
that's PC,
Hall of
buddy.
Huh?
That's not PC, buddy.
The PC police are going to come get him for
Woo,
putting
woo,
Cooperstown.
woo, woo. PC police. All right.
Are they going to handcuff me with fuzzy ones?
Bulls are.
They're kind of holding it. They're pulling back together. I mean, they still have the same people out with the same injuries,
Right.
but they've won a couple games where it was tight games, but they've won those close
winning's
games.
winning.
Yeah, so a win is a win. They're still doing really well. The West is going to be hard to beat because the West is just kicking everybody's ass.
Right. Razorback basketball, man. They've rallied. They've rallied. They got 5 straight wins, and they're
ranked
pushing further. Man, I mean, I'm telling you, momentum is on their side, and
Just get
hope to
closer
see
to
them
March.
ride that wave.
You never know
Ride
what
the
happens.
lightning,
Just-
ride the
We've seen crazier things happen where teams get hot in that tournament and then just go.
Oh, yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Manhattan almost won the championship once.
Yeah. I mean, look at
Loyola
what happened.
Chicago.
Okay, but look at last year. Baylor won. I mean, I'm not saying Baylor's a scrub team. That's not what I'm getting at. But they deserved to win. They played
There was
like
a time when Baylor was not a basketball school,
right.
at all.
But last year they were national champions. They beat Arkansas in the Elite Eight to move on to play. Was it
Tech.
No, I know that Gonzaga played Bama in the Final Four. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The national championship game was Gonzaga versus Baylor, and like everyone knew, Zags, man. Gonzaga wins. We know that. On par with the handlebar, baby. Love that dude. Anyway,
I don't know what the.
what you didn't? You don't watch college basketball?
Are you
do
talking about the post for Gonzaga? That dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What Timmy?
Timmy. Timmy.
yeah,
T-I-M-M-E.
Yeah, his name's Timmy. But yeah, he had the nasty
Did he get
handlebar mustache going on
Or is he
last year.
still there?
Adam Morrison, remember his trash stash?
Jim Morrison, what'd you say?
No, Adam Morrison.
not Jim
he was
Morrison.
from Gonzaga, and he had this mustache thing and this mop top hair, and he just caught fire in the NCAA tournament. But his style was like Post Malone before Post Malone, man.
Yeah, man. Post Malone style. I think that's like gangster grandma, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a brooch on for some reason. Along with a bunch of he's got his chains and pearls.
Yes.
It's strange. I don't know.
Wearing a cardigan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
With the brooch actually holding it together. Yeah, that's great. That's good stuff. Tattoos on his face, though, so he's hard.
His mustache looks like poodles kissing.
Kind of.
It kind of does.
You're way off subject. Gonzaga. Let's talk about Gonzaga for a minute. Gonzaga. Okay, let me tell you something about Gonzaga. What are you doing?
It's my favorite.
The most famous person to ever go to your school. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know who all went to Gonzaga. The most famous basketball player to ever go to your school is the man, the myth, the man who would pull up to the finals in a minivan, get his kids set at their seats, and go into the locker room. I'm talking John Stockton.
Long socks.
Yeah, long socks Stockton, baby.
Oh, God, that does not sound right.
Yeah, man. And because what was it? He didn't want to wear a mask or something. He's vaccinated,
believe
so he was
so.
like, "No, I'm vaccinated. I'm not wearing a mask." And they canceled his season tickets.
Yeah.
I was like, if I were John Stockton, he's got to have kids in college right now, right?
There's got to be a reason he's going to that game. I mean, he has.
Well, he's an alumnus.
Yeah. I'm sure at this point, what else is he going to be doing? But
Right.
I don't know. That was a big slap in the face.
I'm telling you, I would be like, well, I'm going to take all my money and put it into another program because you guys suck. I mean, that's crazy, man. And I understand it's in Washington. It's over on the left coast, if you know what I'm talking about, brothers.
News on Tom Brady just now. Sorry. He has his own podcast. Don't go listen to it.
Yeah.
Why not? It's a really good podcast.
Who,
I know.
Tom?
Tom.
It is good.
It's a really good
Yeah.
podcast.
What's it called?
God, he does it with Jim Gray. What's it called? Let me
Oh,
look it
50
up.
Shades of Grey. Got it.
His son's
No,
in the main
do
act.
not.
Main actor.
Tommy's
Abort. No.
Tom Brady Shades of Grey.
Oh, I'm interested.
Of course you are.
No, he says his decision on retirement is day to day. He's gonna come back just because they announced him retired already.
I know it is, and you're getting ahead of us. Anyway,
It's the Let's Go podcast.
Yeah, he
'Cause
beat me
always
to it.
screamed,
Let's
Let's
go.
go before every game when he kicked the other team's butt.
Yeah.
You know those 21 years of domination.
yeah. All right. So anyway, I don't know. It just seems weird that you've got one of your most famous alumnus who is vaccinated.
Yes.
And he's like, no,
John
I'm vaccinated, and I'm also John Stockton.
The thing is he's fighting an uphill battle because you're in the state of Washington, and that state is overrun with rules and regulations and stipulations. It's as bad as California, quite honestly. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is. It's just as bad. Take it for what you feel, politically. It's
Right.
just rules and regulations rule those places, regardless of left, right, indifferent. Everything is regulated to an
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I understand what happened. However, should the Zags make an exception for him? Oh, I don't understand why he doesn't have his own freaking booth.
Yeah, his
that's
own private box,
Yeah,
you
just
know?
his forever, just always.
If I say, well, John Stockton doesn't have that much money anymore, I'm like, he's still John Stockton.
And that's without him doing anything, the Zags are nobodies.
Yeah.
Always.
All right. Well, we'll move
Anyway,
on past that.
transition.
That one just kind of irked me a little bit when you sent me that article. I was like, do they not know who he is? Like, do they?
I said like Stockton.
Yeah. What's popping? So since he's already let the cat out of the bagel, what? Who?
Okay.
Why? Anyway, Tom Brady.
Father time, if you will.
They say he's going to retire. Now he says he's not. So if I can just get a message to Tom Brady, it's retire.
Please.
I'm sick of hearing about you.
Mine's just please retire before you taint your legacy, please.
No, he's done.
I don't think so. I mean, he won the Super Bowl last year, and then he made it to the playoffs this year. I don't think he's tainted the legacy.
His legacy.
I think that he needs to stop before he grows roots in Tampa, of all places. It's like, oh, it's
Trampa.
hot, sticky, and it smells funny. We must be in Tampa, Florida.
Urban Meyer.
Urban, baby. He's out there grinding, you know.
What the hell is he out there doing at that nursing home?
Get it, Urban.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, you know who's really getting the raw end of the deal here? Gronk. He came out of retirement.
Yeah, and he's like, so.
Does this mean I'm retired too, dude?
Well, don't worry about it. He's got the USAA commercials that make him out to look like an idiot. Well, I mean,
Gronkowski's fine. I mean, come on.
yeah, he's Rob Gronkowski.
He's a character in himself now. Like, he could become a professional wrestler right now and not change a damn thing about him because he's already got his own character.
And I think they could give him his own TV show because he's already a freaking cartoon character.
Right.
If you watch the USAA commercials, he is a freaking cartoon character. I'm like, bro, nobody's that dumb. He's like, can I qualify for USAA? It's like, did you or your parents serve? And he's like, no, but I can drink milk really fast. And then he like slams the carton down, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, why is USAA doing him like that?
Why are they doing Gronk dirty like
that? Yeah, well, and then you're gonna find out later, Gronk's like, I wrote all the commercials. I'll be like,
It's like, oh God, he really is stupid.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well,
no, he is. Yeah,
he just got his bell rung a couple times. That's all.
Well, I mean, that's something that people often don't take into account, though, is that in reality, people like Gronkowski I don't think he finished school. He left early, joined the NFL, became a player.
Can you blame him?
No, not absolutely. That's the smartest thing.
Considering he's had a long, very lucrative career.
I'm just saying, with that athletic talent and that ability to be that great of a performer and entertainer, he never had to learn anything.
Yeah,
like the stuff he's being mocked in this commercial for not knowing.
Well, here's the deal. No matter what, all we can pray is that no one kills him. Because if anyone ever kills him, he just won't learn anything ever. Because, oh my gosh.
It's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, if I was told I could play with Father Time himself and Belichick and Julian Edelman, I'd leave wherever I'm at to go do that.
So, okay, that leads us into the weird conversation we were having today where I did give Tom Brady a little bit of praise, okay?
Okay.
So Colby and I are at lunch, and for some reason, we were talking about Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
And he had made mention that he had a glorious beard. You're bearded. I'm kind of bearded. I have facial hair. It's not really a beard, but it's there. But
it's there.
So anyway, we got to talking about athletes and their beards. And I was like, do you know who has the absolute baby's butt softest looking beard in the NBA?
And they have a beard. We're not talking like smooth face.
Yeah, I'm talking about a beard.
Who has the worst beard?
Like when I say baby's butt, I ain't talking smooth. I'm talking about soft.
Okay.
Like you're soft. Like you drink Coke. You don't drink Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at like Tyson Chandler length beards. So
no,
we're not going James Harden because that's too obvious.
But he is connected. Well, yeah, he is connected.
I mean, right out the gate, Susie said has the worst beard. I was on it. Like one second.
Kevin Durant has pretty trash beard.
Within 1 second, I was on it.
I don't know, guys.
Okay, so let me break this down for you. Okay, let's talk about some of the glorious beards first. Okay. You have Cooper Kupp. Nice, clean. Looks like a businessman, ready to go.
Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman looked like a caveman. It was fantastic.
I love it. Tom Brady for like 3 seasons. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, what I had said, I was like, even Tom Brady like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, that
he had
5
like
o'clock
that
shadow.
Yeah, he had just like all the time the perfect amount of scruff.
Shaved like 3 hours
when it was cold. When it was cold, it was just the right amount of scruff.
I was like, he's got it going.
Started getting older, it was the right amount of salt and pepper.
Yeah, I was like, man, this guy. But that's another reason I hate him because I can't grow a good beard.
He's giving him one of these.
Yeah, maybe not. Anyway,
sorry, I looked over there.
So, yeah, me too.
Don't be anytime.
Whenever we, this got too frank for my liking. Thank you. Anyway, so I had said that James Harden has this big stupid beard, but that's only because I don't like James Harden as a player. I think he's lazy. His beard is actually is just beautiful. It's immaculate. Yeah, it's always perfectly shaped.
But he has a real weak chin without it.
Yeah, and he's got well, that's because he has a moon face. because he's 45 pounds overweight at most game times,
Most game times.
He's not going to be able to fight down a class.
I mean,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. But Luka came in a little heavy this season too, and now he's played off a lot of that weight.
Luka came in as a chubby kid this year.
He sure did.
He was like, "Oh, I like cake." I'm like, Luka, you're gonna have to like get on the treadmill. He's like, "All right, coach," and then now he looks, back to Luka again.
They didn't have cake and stuff.
But no, the worst beard in the NBA. He guessed it first. It's LeBron, man.
On the dot, I was like, LeBron. He's got a soft beard.
He's got an Amish
ugly.
beard, bro.
It's so bad.
It's all like jawline, and it's like poodle puffed out everywhere.
I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not going to defend it because it's this Abraham Lincoln looking.
I'm gonna
thing
look up
he's got.
worst beard.
That's it.
But no, because I'm thinking like Trey Williams or Trey.
Oh, Trey Young.
Trey Young. He has a terrible.
No.
No.
That is not a beard. That is just pubes sticking out of his face.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about actual men with beards. And see, I'm giving LeBron that
Chris
respect.
Paul's got a nice beard. He's got a good.
Yeah,
scruff.
his is always well
He's
shaped.
got a good scruff.
Klay Thompson and
Curry?
Curry
No.
both growing beards right now.
Yeah, they look like little kids growing out. They
All
look
right.
like me. They look like me.
Man.
Well, I mean, I look like an old guy who's half little kid trying to grow a beard. I don't know.
Tell me why I look up worst beard in the NBA and it pulls up LeBron.
Because LeBron
'Cause
James
that's it.
doesn't have a good beard. Yeah, it's weird because the way it poofs
well,
out like
I
that.
would say it's because he uses it to square his chin off. So
Does
it's
he do that
super
on purpose
thin.
or does it grow in like that?
Well, I don't know.
He doesn't have good genetics for a beard. It's,
Because I'm wondering.
Oh, easy,
no,
easy. You're getting into some
Hey
dicey
now,
territory.
hey now.
Whoa. You said you're talking about his genetics now. Hold on, brother.
Whoa, come on now,
no,
chill.
nothing on the cheek. It's all jaw.
Go after the family.
Yeah, go after
First.
his family, not his genetics. Golly, you're gonna get us
His
canceled.
wife could have a better beard than him.
She might have a better beard than him. I don't know. I've never seen LeBron's wife.
You don't want to.
Really? I'm legitimate. I've never.
She knows Wardell. She don't know Stephen Curry. She
Oh
knows
God, here we
Wardell.
go.
But yeah, it seems to be the beard season because a lot of the guys who didn't used to grow facial hair now
Yeah.
are rocking the facial hair.
I mean, Kevin Durant, he's like, I've always had this beard. I'm like, well, you've always had that weird thing
Scraggle.
growing out of your chin.
The
I don't
chin
know.
and his lip.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about a beard. You got like this. You remember like when we were teenagers, there was always that guy who had the pencil thin D-bag thing down his jawline.
Because it's all he could get, but he got it before everybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So he always has that. Kevin Durant has that, except it's like a weird chin wig sticking.
Yeah, he kind of does look like he'd be the guy you buy a dime bag from in 7th grade.
You're like, hey, I've got like $5.
Yeah, man, show me the money. I'll show you the goods.
You got any matches when you? He's that guy.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's pretty good.
Hey man, you get a cigarette.
My man.
Oh, comes my probation officer.
Can I bum a cigarette off you real quick?
Hey,
man?
what? I'm gonna say why this is funny is because these are all conversations you've had. Okay, so
Yeah, so get this. This dude likes the Beatles.
hey, can I tell you something? My favorite thing in the world is being interrupted.
I wasn't interrupting. I was taking over saying you're the clown.
I think he was trying to jump over and jump in
Yeah,
front
I wasn't trying to get in front of you. I was trying to jump over you. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I believe in the NFL they call a foul for that.
Yeah, true that. Okay, so anyway, we were listening to just like his Spotify or something, and it was playing random, and there was like some Blink 182, which I
Solid.
like. I say I like Blink 182. There was some 3 Days Grace on there, and I was like,
Nice.
okay, yeah, let's start a riot. Yeah, I mean, I was all about
I
it.
listened to that this week.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was like, okay. All I was thinking is like, all I need to hear is Tiny Dancer, and this will be like Friday night at Grand Central. I mean, you remember when we used to go there all the time? We'd take over the
Talking about
jukebox.
by Elton
and-
John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, don't even get at me with that,
The bikers
okay?
would come into the bar, and we would take over with Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, Disturbed, a bunch of metal,
Yeah.
the Lamb of God, all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. And then Tiny
Yeah.
Dancer in the night.
Yeah, and they were like, even my homies did be like, what's this? I'm like, who put this on?
And then we just kind of have
it
it. We'd sing the
off.
song.
Yeah, I'd be like, hold it closer, Tiny Dancer.
Have an almost famous moment.
Yeah, man.
While we're all drunk at a bar.
Well, y'all were. I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't. I didn't ever because like I always had to make sure everyone got home. How was that? I was, quote
Brandon.
unquote the boss, and I'm the one who's like, all right, are you okay? Let me make sure you.
Who's the DD?
Yeah, well, we were all on motorcycles, so
He was making sure we were all like dried out before we could
My
get home.
DD, my DD is another people's. I'm the designated drinker. Like,
Oh, there's a little bit of Hollywood Undead for you.
what's that?
Nice.
What? I got HU tatted on the back of my arms. Boulevard brass knuckle. Nothing? Really? Okay. I'll introduce you to it tomorrow.
He'll probably like it.
He would. Yeah.
Seems like it. But anyway.
So anyway, back to the story, right? So it comes on. Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. So I decided to explain to him why I have this issue
Where my mom messed up.
with Nickelback, right? And why it's not okay that he likes it. I was
The
like,
same issue that everybody in the world has.
yeah, I was like, okay, so check this out. Let me. I'll just do the chorus that I changed the words. Okay. This is how you remind me of the man that I am. I'm a man. Don't ask questions. I mean, that's the whole thing. He's sitting there just like, yeah, that's
I'm
it.
feeling it.
Bro, everything is like the hair on my chest is 6 feet long. I'm eating beans and toast because I'm a man. Everything. It's
good.
all the same.
You could put that over Saving Me and it sounds so good.
Rockstar.
That's the one I try to play.
I'm through standing in line because I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like
You hit skip, right?
Bottom
Yeah.
of the line.
Yeah. So we got to talking about Nickelback and how all of their songs not only are the same, they are the like exact same. Like they all have the same content. They all
And they're all good.
sound the same. You know, to each his own, I guess. But I was like, you know, there's other bands like that too, like Creed. You know, he's like, oh, love Creed. I was like, oh, of course you do.
With arms wide open.
It came on. That's what came on. Yeah. I mean, that's how like Scott Stapp is just like. So
good.
And everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's pouring his heart out. And I told him I told him the analogy. I was like, hey, there was a song. He says like, hold me down. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking that maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. And all I could think was, no, it's 6 feet. You just said it. Like, I don't understand. Like, even if we use the Pythagorean theorem, it'd only be like 8 1/4 feet. Like you might roll your ankle.
Like Sir Step Down off the
Yeah,
playset.
I know that it's supposed to have deeper meaning, but like it was so
He
corny.
should have been there hanging his head that Sunday morning.
Yeah. But
It's his own personal prison.
yes. But I digress. Well, I might digest. I'm eating stuff. Anyway, so we talked about Creed and how all of theirs was saying, but I did tell him that there was things in our past that we liked.
Or trash.
Yeah, like Darius Rucker, I think, is probably a more accomplished artist now
As a country musician.
than he was with
Hootie.
Yeah, with Hootie and the Blowfish, where he was like, you know, they made fun of it on the movie Ted. You know, A-I-O-U. You know, I mean, they just all you have to do is say a bunch of vowels. Then you had Pearl Jam. You know,
Same thing you just got through teasing.
exactly. Scott Stapp
about Eddie
yeah,
Vedder. sounded
Eddie
like a
Vedder
goat.
was look
The
Eddie,
Vedder goat.
Yeah, Eddie Vedder is the goat of. You know, that's the way it is.
Sounds like
man.
I like him.
Yeah. I can't even. And you're like, what? This is great. I love it. You know. So you're not the only one that goes through
Something
it.
about potato wave.
Yeah, I don't know. He says he's ordering those spiral cut potatoes are great. Like, I don't think that's what the song's about at all. I'm getting a little off subject here, but anyway, so we were listening to music, and I had to explain to him that the Beans and Toast band was no good. And then guess what? My phone was listening to us because when I got home that evening, a video came on it automatically for This Afternoon by Nickelback. So here's a fun fact, because I was like, what? But couldn't turn it off, right? I should have, but I didn't. Because I was like, why does Chad Kroeger look like that? This song came out so long ago. They've recently made new music videos for their old stuff.
Oh, I haven't.
I mean,
I'm out of the loop. I didn't know that.
Apparently, production value was very nice.
Well, there's a lot of that that's been going on where artists are redoing a lot of their older work because they can own the rights to those songs that they may not have previously owned that were recorded under another record label.
Oh, yeah.
But also, they can make more money off of singing those old songs since their new songs suck.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, in Chad Kroeger's case, like his old songs suck too, but you know. I will say this.
Look at this photograph and say that.
Look at this photograph.
What the hell is on Joey's hair? I don't know, but why are you straining so hard to say it, Chad? We could talk about the fact that Colby went to Houston this weekend to see the individual.
That's not what it was.
That's not the topic.
That wasn't the reason why I went down to get it.
And how did you end up naked with her again?
What the?
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, oh, hey.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. Come on.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
That's not factual.
C. Wizzle has, he left here on Thursday evening, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? He went
Friday
on home Friday. Well, I'm talking about when you left here at this physical place.
Our good Christian boy here.
Yes, my
I'm
beloved.
I'm still going, baby. That's all that matters. Roll Tide.
My sweet infant baby child nephew.
Sweating.
He left work. Papa John sounds like Papa Molly. I'm sweating, dude.
Pizza. Pizza butt, dude.
All right. Anyway, so he leaves here Thursday evening. And doesn't say anything to me. Which, hey, he's grown now. He doesn't have to.
I thought
check
I
with
told
me.
you.
So he
leaves. Do what he wants.
Yeah. So he gets his check. He leaves early. I tell him, hey, go get those jeans starched because you won't stop talking about it.
Because I didn't know.
So
it was a thing.
he got him a pair of jeans that'll stand up in the corner now.
Bad.
Yeah, it's like, what are we in, like 92 Compton? Why do you have those? You know? Like,
No, we're in the West.
So he wasn't aware that was a thing, and now he knows it's a thing.
oh
It's
yeah,
the best
yeah. He
thing
was
ever.
like, have you ever heard of people with starched jeans? I was like,
That's not
Yeah,
an
buddy.
Arkansas, Oklahoma thing.
I used to wear starched jeans,
It's
bro.
a Western thing.
It really was, but it was also like it was also an urban thing,
A
like
hood
you know.
rat.
I mean, kind of like, but I mean,
you want wrinkles in your gear, man.
yeah, man, you always want your stuff crisp, looking good. So anyway,
Chinos are
but,
nice.
but here's the whole thing, man. He's been talking to me for over 2 days, right? About you know where I can go to get my jeans like.
I don't know anything
Starched?
about them.
It's like, I mean,
You're making me
what
sound
did
like
they
the legend.
what did they
Easy.
actually do? I was
You're
like, they
stretching that.
press them and they spray them down with starch. That way they hold that crease. Oh, sweet. Is there a place I can go for that? I was like, any dry cleaner ever.
Yeah. Pick one.
Yeah. So he goes, he tells me, I dropped my jeans off. And this was Thursday morning. Dropped my jeans off. I'm going to go get them this afternoon. I was like, okay. I mean, all I'm thinking is, okay, maybe he's getting ready for the job, you know, want to be looking right. So he leaves Thursday evening. I'm going to go get my jeans. I was like, all right, cool, man. Sounds awesome. Go get those. I wanted to see a picture of them standing in the corner by themselves, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get it. Just preoccupied.
In a different picture.
So, yeah, I was like, what is that, a grub worm? What is that? Anyway, yeah, make your jokes. I'll make them too.
I was
Bubba.
feeding my gecko. Come on, man. They were mealworms, actually.
Oh, okay, got it. Anyway, so, Friday morning, apparently, he leaves the state without telling me.
Yeah, heads off to Texas.
Old
So
Tejas,
I'm just going to...
the motherland.
I tell you what, man, just tell us about your weekend. Tell us about your
Pass the
trip.
mic.
I drive 7 hours.
That's a long way to go, bro, just for a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying?
That's not what happened.
A little bit of that, you know what I'm saying?
happened. Anyways, I get down there. Dustin's down there, the guy I'm going to work with. So I convene with him, you know.
It was all business, you understand.
Well, about 25% of it was business. 75%.
You know the other 75%.
It's like a mullet,
you
you know? You got business in the front, party in the back.
Okay, I got you.
Party in the back means the last 2.5
All right,
days.
so you're headed to Houston, strictly business. You get to Houston, you handle your business.
It wasn't
You
strictly
turn
business.
around and you
And
come home,
yeah, he
right?
came straight back to Levac after he
Good
talked
Christian
to
boy that you are.
Yes, that's right.
I have family and family friends down there, so I hung out with them and spent some time with them.
Okay, can I ask a quick question? Like, well, what'd you do Friday night?
I got down there
Yeah.
and I just hung with Dustin for a little bit. I didn't hang out with him that night, but I drove down there.
Right, you went
was
down there to
for a
meet with
little
him.
bit.
I get that. What
Yeah.
did you do after that?
Went over to my family friend's house,
And did what?
hung out.
And did what? Yo, give us some deets, man. We want to
it
know
was
what you
like a
did, man.
bar.
Like, hey, let me tell you why we want details. Brandon, what'd you do this weekend?
I sat at home.
Me too. So go ahead.
Okay, I forgot on y'all's life.
I'm about to say, bro, we are both married with children. Like, how was it, man? What'd you do?
It was like an 80 people bonfire. It was awkward because I only knew about
That doesn't sound like you just hung out. That sounds like you partied down.
I mean, yeah. There was I only knew 6 or 7, so it was pretty awkward.
Hey, can I ask another question? Was there a certain
individual there?
there?
Yes. Well, yeah, it's like the friend group. Yeah, they were there, and they tried.
And you said, "Get behind me, Satan."
Wait. Hold on.
But go on,
Stop. Pronouns, brother. You said they.
He did say
they tried. Who?
He did say they.
Who tried?
Yeah, who
they?
Now hold on a second, because hold on a second. Who they? All right. Who they say gonna beat them Saints? Wait, no, sorry. Bengals. Anyway, is this a single they? Is this multiple theys?
2, 3.
Because I don't know how pronouns work anymore.
3.
Now they can be one person.
3
so.
days.
Okay, because we are Legion.
Simultaneously or just...
No, over the course.
Okay. I was going to say, are they going to try to drag him off?
Yeah.
2 of them was simultaneously. One of them was a big brain move, though. Big brain move.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what you said. Now I got it. Big brain. I was like,
They made a big brain move.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Another one was just...
I feel you don't have to give too many details,
you
but
can admit what you want, bro.
yeah.
No, and then Saturday we went to the mall and shopped. There's this little Scooby-Doo dog.
Who? Just you?
No. I was with Kate, Megan, and Maddie, and Ben and JJ.
Are any of those people a certain individual?
Yes.
Somebody named in that list is.
Okay. I feel you. Okay, sweet.
We're all shopping.
So okay, let me. Now you know what? I'm not even gonna cut you off. You go ahead. You're all shopping. Go ahead.
There's this little Scooby-Doo dog. Like, it looks like a mini Scooby-Doo with a blue ascot. And I was like, oh.
That's the same thing I would have done, obviously.
It was no one's dog. It was just running around. And I was trying
In the mall. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was like right outside the parking lot. And I was like, come here. And he just looked at me. I turned away. He would run towards me. As soon as I turned, I was like, this dude's stalking me. Needless to say, I didn't get to pet him, but I would have brought him home. Anyways, so we're shopping.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it. We just shopped Saturday.
Did you partake in any deviant activity? Did you drink any beers, Colby? Did you have a good time?
I didn't drink any beers, but I had a good time. I drank something, and we played a lot of pool. And I denied quite a few people at taking that dancing with them. Because I don't know how to Western dance.
Western? Oh, like line dance?
Sure.
Like
Square dance?
Country style.
One step to 2 step to half step.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you like 2-stepping. All right.
That's cool.
So I was like, nah, I'm good. And then they walked away. I was like, because they're like, why? And I was like, I got to go play pool.
You know, I think
playing hard to get.
I think so. I think that's ultimately what it comes down to. Because now that he's told us his version of the story, you and I can just analyze it like we're sports analysts. So
yeah, you're like that dude. He's a great team player.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and say this about C. Wayne. You know, I'm just not sure that he's ready for the big moment. You know, I mean, you have these, you have all these opportunities to seize a moment and to go in and score. And what does he do? He backs off.
He passes. He
Every
defers.
time.
He always defers. That's the passer mindset.
It's a read option, and he always hands it off.
I will say this. You could make the argument that he's unselfish because of this.
Yes.
You could make the argument that he's MVP quality because of the unselfishness. But what I'm going to say is what it comes down to is he's not ready to lead. He's not ready to seize the opportunity. He is not ready to score.
I'm on my mire lately.
Yeah.
On my grind. Grinds means mire.
Yeah, he's been out there on the mire.
Yeah. Mire.
I told him the other day, I was like, hey, man, go out there and get those, go grind on those rails, all right? I walk out there, and he's just out there just, giving it all he's got. He's like, how long does this take? I was like, bro, you got to – that's not the same kind of grinding, homie. I mean, that'll get you somewhere to Urban Meyer, but I need that work.
Hurt, man. How long I got to do this?
Boy, this thing ain't got any closer to being smooth. Good stuff.
I was giving it all she had, too.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Give her all she's got, Scotty.
I was using
Welcome to
ankles,
C.
knees,
Wizzle's Twerk Shop. Hey, for the nobody that's watching, I'm certain, but for anyone who's going to be listening to this, we did change our schedule a little bit because we got some bad weather coming in on Wednesday, our normal recording night. So we're doing a little early. C. Wayne looks like a dog that's staring at a treat in my hand. What?
I just thought of the funniest joke. All right, no, I didn't think. I just remembered it. You know, e-girls. I actually did see this. They're changing it.
Wait. What?
E-girls. You know, like e-girl, like an e-boy, like the dudes that are like fully golf online or whatever.
You talking about emos?
Kind of, but they're like all online. It's like an avatar kind of thing.
No, I had no idea what this was.
E-girl.
I fully believe him. It's a thing. I just feel like
I was say I'm like who is that? Is that like an email?
Okay.
Is that one of those Pokemons?
Okay, e-girl and e-boy are collectively known e-kids youth subculture that emerged in the late 2010s and is exclusively seen on social media, notably popularized by video sharing TikTok. Those are e-people. People that are on TikTok. They're just TikTok.
Oh, okay. So they're just people on TikTok.
Okay.
They changed them from e-girl to iLadies.
Yeah, now from Apple by the iLady.
Because iLadies in your mouth.
You interrupted the outro for something that we can't even use. You.
That was great, though. Come on.
Just leave it all in there. Just edit out whatever you gotta. Yeah, this guy. Get out of here, bro.
That was good. I saw that and I was like, oh, I need it.
Before we leave, because we need to do our Super Bowl predictions as well. So before we go, though, I'm going to talk about, for some reason, Neil Young, who is relevant in like maybe 14 people's Spotify, is throwing a fit because Joe Rogan, is putting out COVID misinformation, which, I mean, like, if you know the Joe Rogan experience, if you've ever listened to that show, you know that, like, that cat just offers points of views on things.
He really does, because he's had so many guests on there that are pro everything that is, COVID, masking, vaccinations, all of that. But he's also had people on his show for counterpoint.
Right.
And him personally, he falls somewhere in the middle, because of course he does.
Yeah.
But for some reason, wild hair up Neil Young's butt. He's
you're gonna have me. Well, you gotta pick either me or Rogan, and I'm like, Joe Rogan has 11 million listeners every episode,
every day.
Neil, bye.
Yeah, he has 17 million total.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joe is on a multi-million-dollar contract exclusive to Spotify.
Yeah.
And Neil Young you can find on any musical platform.
But here's the deal with, kind of the woke mob. Once they speak, though, large corporations, they say jump. Spotify's kind of like, well, we have to decide whether or not we're going to jump or not. And I'm like, why is this a question, guys? I mean, Joe Rogan. This dude, look, Joe Rogan can make every bit of money that he makes with Spotify now by walking out the front door.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his show is a monster. It's a monster.
All they did was they gave him a larger platform to distribute, and of course they gave him a contract with money.
Sure.
But you're right. He could make it all on his own because it's what he was doing in the first place. He was completely independently financed
up
in the
until,
beginning.
2021?
Yeah.
It was just this past year that he went exclusively on Spotify.
He was doing his own thing as it was.
Yeah. And Joe Rogan is not concerned and shouldn't be concerned.
It's kind of like, Adam Carolla and these guys that have been doing the Bill Burr, that have been doing these podcasts going back to when podcasts were first beginning to be a thing.
Right.
You're not going to touch these guys, man. They've been doing this too long.
Exactly.
They're the ones that have revolutionized the game to where now it's a meme or a joke. I mean, everybody and their cousin has a podcast.
But seriously, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Adam Carolla, Bill Burr, these are all guys that made me go, I want to do a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the reason we're here right now.
Yeah. So I'm like, whenever I hear someone come up against, like I said, if it was someone that was even like relevant, I would still disagree with it because it's like, hey, bro, you know what? If you don't like what he says, don't listen.
Exactly. The irony of this is the fact that these things were all originally radio shows that you would have to listen to a radio station where they would put on the air.
Right.
They would have to listen to advertisers. They would have to listen to the censors and anybody of the things that they could put out there. Well, these guys got sick of it and said, hey, I can do my own platform, have my own pirate ship where I can do what I want to do. Nobody can tell me what to do.
Right.
Because if you're going to sign on and join on my pirate ship, you're going to pay me for what I do.
Yeah.
Not you're going to pay me and this is what I have to do to make you happy.
Yeah, exactly, because I can just do this myself.
Neil Young, good luck with that one, buddy.
Well, that's my whole thing is I'm like, bro, like you literally have nothing. You have no leverage. You have, I'm going to pull my whole discography. Okay, well, 14 people over the course of the entire world are going to be upset. But there's still going to be 11 million people every day that are going to be mad because Spotify pulled. Well, actually, they're not even going to be all that upset. They're just going to go, oh, well, we won't use Spotify now.
Yeah, and we'll be like, where are we going to find Rogan now? And then they will seek him out, and they will find out his new platform and follow him.
Yeah, exactly.
And
man.
Spotify will lose all of those streams.
Yeah, exactly.
And by proxy,
I just,
all of the ad revenue and everything else associated with it, while those 3 people that listen to Heart of Gold on repeat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. That's good. You can even called him out on a song. I like that. But yeah, I mean, we're sitting here talking smack on Spotify. You can always listen to the Hoot Hub Show on Spotify if you'd like.
Yeah, but they haven't ponied up any money to us. So
that's true.
Loyalty this.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. You can find us on YouTube. Find us on any of them. Not exclusive on
OnlyFans?
Spot.
Nope. Nope.
We go down this road, but technically it does exist.
What?
The OnlyFans.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does exist. That is an account. All you have to do is
Wait, you
rebrand.
made an account on OnlyFans?
No,
Oh.
you said you did. Remember on accident?
Oh, what? No, I made my own account. Yeah,
That's what I'm
I made a
saying.
personal OnlyFans.
Technically, we
I
have
didn't
one.
know. Okay, yeah. For the record, though, I didn't know what OnlyFans was.
Sounds like
okay.
Pinterest.
Well, yeah, I kind of because there was a comedian that had an OnlyFans saying he was selling tickets to his show on there, and I was like, oh,
Technically, that is what its platform was.
right. And then it
Podcasters
became
and social
everyone's
influencers.
amateur porn site. Like what?
Yeah, it was. Everybody would send a link to that page. That way, they would promote their exclusive and premium content, as opposed to the freebie stuff that they're
Right.
throwing out to the
Right.
to the gosh, what are they called now? Simps.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a pimp, not a simp.
Did you see his head pop up
Yeah.
like a meerkat?
Yeah,
I heard
like,
simp.
got,
That's my chance to let you know I'm a pimp, not a simp. Don't
All right,
don't get it
anyways.
twisted, co.
But don't get twisted, cuh. But no, I mean, like I just thought that was kind of crazy. It all comes down to the same thing we're always saying, though. It's like, why can't we all just get along? You know, like can we just live and let live?
It's when people are so extreme in their belief, either one way or another, and it polarizes like this.
Sure.
I think that while we respect a lot of people for standing their ground, having an opinion,
Sure.
and standing behind it,
Sure.
there's something to be said about being rational or reasonable. Because I mean, if you want to really get back at them, write something that is significant that doesn't suck, and put your message in it, and have people listen to it because it doesn't suck.
Right.
Neil Young.
Yeah, but I mean, it to me, it almost seems like the equivalent of me walking into your house and blowing up your bathroom, right? Okay, and then I come out, hear you and your wife having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then I come in, I'm like, hey, everyone, listen, it's me, Donald Dump. And that's what I just did in your bathroom. But you have a choice to make here. You can either have me and my dump, or you can have your wife. Like, what are you going to do? You'll be like, all right, well, bye.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
bye.
saying? Yeah.
Patricia Trump's here. Get out.
Who's Patricia?
His wife.
That is not her name, but that's okay. We'll go with Patricia.
Talk about the dude with Patricia, because Donald Trump's in the house.
All right. I'm missing the joke.
You're talking about the husband and the wife.
Talk about his.
Oh, I didn't know you were using him for example.
Yeah, I was using him.
Okay, his tatted girlfriend. You can leave.
All right. So that's probably enough of Donald Dump, okay?
Donald Dump.
I love that name. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me somewhere.
Oh my God, he would too, and he's gonna get it in the thinnest letters possible because he refuses to have any tattoo of substance. Of substance. My
They're all sustenance.
They're all very sus. Anyway,
As the best tattoo artist in the world, just do like lines.
like stick figures. What's up, man? Yeah, this one's happy.
I'm a 3 days gracing with those things.
Oh my gosh, bro, that is funny, but,
Oh,
but it's anyway. Look, so Rogan's show is a monster. If they get rid of him, they're stupid. He's not losing any money. So let's
losing any
real
sleep
quick.
over it.
Rams or Smoking Joe and the Bengals.
Joe Shiesty
You going with Joe Shiesty
by 10,
by 10?
31-21.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Rams, even though I want Joe to win. I want Joe to win because I love the story, but
Yeah.
I like McVay as a coach. That's really what it comes down to. Is
I would
do
vote
like
for
him
the
as a
Rams,
coach.
but I just can't mess with Odell or Jar. Or
God.
Ramsey.
Not that he holds a grudge, but
And they have all those weapons, but again, I lean back on McVay and his coaching. I appreciate his
What's your
schemes,
score
his
prediction?
schematics. Oh gosh, Rams by a touchdown,
Okay,
What's the
see-
score though?
35-28.
there you go.
not happening.
I'm actually going to say Rams by 3. I'm not going to give a score because I don't know. But I'm going to say Rams by
All right,
3.
we're just gonna say he's saying 24-21.
Fine, whatever.
If that's right,
Rams by
someone
3.
arrest me.
Somehow that'll be a tiebreaker.
But
watch.
you know, I do want Joe Burrow to win for the same reason. Like the story, it would be just
Yeah,
incredible.
it's really cool because I mean I shared some information with you guys earlier this afternoon about some of the weird anomalies that exist with Joe.
Joe and
that
the hoe.
Joe Namath and Joe Montana are the only other two quarterbacks that are able to say that they has a championship,
And a Super.
Super Bowl and a national championship.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he has that. Andy has a Heisman, so he
and an AFC an AFC
yeah.
championship.
So if he pulls it off, he's going to have something that not even Namath and Montana
man.
have.
And that's really cool, and that would be really cool.
It's a
I would
really
love
incredible
to,
story, especially considering that he couldn't see out of his helmet last week where he sacked 9 times.
Yeah, golly, he's-
Screw it, Jamar's out there somewhere.
yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens. As you can see from my hat, I hope the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
The year's now 2045.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has
It's
won his
still-
30th Super Bowl.
It still hasn't happened, and Tom Brady still, out of spite, has not retired.
He's won his 18th straight MVP.
I hope he does, man. I'm so
Adam Schefter
sick.
keeps breaking the story, and Tom just keeps staying.
Yeah, well, I'll show you. I'll
That's
stay
who did it.
another
Adam
season.
Schefter said he retired before Tom even told him.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter's done that to him twice now.
What a clown.
Yeah.
So,
And Tom's
anyway.
like, all right, we got to go to Newtown.
Yeah, I'm like, Adam,
Minnesota,
shut
Skull?
up.
Can we get some Skull going?
Anyway.
New team, new town.
New phone, who dis? Tom
But
Brady.
other than that, like, I also kind of want to see, I'd like to see Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. I'd like to see Matt Stafford be able to have a Super Bowl.
After all those years of struggle in Detroit, for sure.
With Matt Stafford playing and Eminem playing at halftime, it's the closest Detroit's ever been to a Super Bowl.
It's very true.
Facts.
Facts.
Well, except that time that they had the Super Bowl in Detroit and the Pittsburgh Steelers were there, and the city of Pittsburgh just latched on to Jerome Bettis because he's from Detroit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the closest they ever got to claiming a Super Bowl.
All right. We've talked about everything. So, good night, everybody. No, I'm kidding. Hey, we'll be back again next week for another fun and exciting episode of the Hoot Hobbs Show. In the meantime, follow us on the socials, interact with us, like I said, or don't. Either way, I'm just going to keep rambling into a microphone. So, BT, C. Wayne, and for myself, Hoot Hobbs, we'd like to say good night.